Memphis. What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? Welcome to, I believe they episode 70. Oh, I can do that too. I can do that too. Don't do that. We can
You
do
got
that too over here.
you got coffee because I got coffee.
Hey,
No, it's episode 71 though.
71. And I'm here to say, bro, you got coffee because I got coffee.
Yeah, right. I always get coffee.
Hey, 2 shots of espresso. What it is?
Yeah. So those are the people that want to know what type of drink I get. I get 3 shots espresso, 4 pumps of white mocha over ice in a venti cup, man.
With caramel
Try it,
drizzle.
man. You'll love it. Yeah, with caramel drizzle. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just say this. I know this is MBS. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna say right off the back. I don't know if you tried the new Starbucks drink, the strawberry. I don't know if it's out there in Cali, but there's a strawberry.
The funnel cake.
That was trash. That's trash. I don't like it at all.
Which one are you talking about then?
The funnel cake, the strawberry funnel cake.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's trash. Oh, I hate that drink.
I one day I think it was last week I tried it. I was like, it's not as good as I thought it would be.
Nah, me neither. I thought it would be better than that, man. I thought it would be better than that, man. Kind of let me down, man. I'm gonna say this though. And look, they're not paying me to say this, so I don't want nobody to think that, X, you're getting paid to say this. But shout out to the locally owned spot out here in Lafayette, Jet Coffee. I think Jet's better than Starbucks. I do. So shout out to Jet Coffee. And you know what I told you out there in the Bay Area? Lee's Coffee is better than Starbucks. Lee's Coffee is better than Starbucks. So shout out to Lee's as well.
Yeah, shout out to Lee's.
But with that being said, man, this is MBS. Let's talk about it. The #1 show in the brand. It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie. That's my main man, Keo. As I can see, we missing the lovely Saray right now. She should be with us in a few. But Keo, man, how was the weekend? I know we talked yesterday, but how was the weekend?
It was cool. It was a busy weekend. I think this past weekend was I think Mother's Day. Or yeah. So yeah, it was cool. Chill with the family like I normally do. Yeah, nothing special.
Okay. Right now, we'll get right into it a little bit. But right now, y'all know it's the playing games right now. Memphis and San Antonio's in a barn burner. It's 96-99 from what I'm seeing right now with 9 seconds left. Do you think the Spurs can come back and get this dub?
No, I don't. I figured the Spurs would come back in this game. I just think that the comeback, because they were down as much as I think 18 or 17. I think the comeback is just way too much, and I still have them losing this game.
Okay. Real quick, we're gonna get right into this. Who wins tonight, Lakers or Warriors? We're kind of repeating what we said last night, but I just want the fans to know, because for the people that missed the NBA show, who you got tonight, Lakers or Warriors, in a big playing game tonight?
I am rooting for the Warriors, but I have the Lakers winning this game. Yeah, man. I just think I just like everybody else say, all the analysts and basketball experts say, as long as the Lakers main core is healthy, nobody's gonna beat them, man. AD, LeBron, you get Schroeder back. I just don't see anybody beating them in the 7 game series. But this is a play-in. I think they'll beat Golden State in the play-in. I know Steph Curry is gonna get his, but who else is gonna help Steph Curry get his? And that's the main thing with LA. I think anybody could be a huge problem in this game. So I'm going with the Lakers.
Okay, I agree with you. I got the Lakers tonight, but I am going for the Warriors. With that being said, man, we gonna get into the show. I know you got some fire topics lined up for everybody out there. I'm gonna put it out there. First thing right now, we are not doing sneaker of the week. I know. It's heartbreaking. I know. I had one fire sneaker lined up for y'all, but due to the Lakers versus Warriors game, we're gonna try to be in and out somewhat for this show. But I promise y'all next week sneaker of the week returns. And I also want to shout out to, man, my homegirl. I say homegirl, but one of my students, man, Aubrey's Angels, man. Aubrey's Angels. Be the change in the world you want to see, man. This is their gear, man. And I'm rocking it tonight for this show, man. So shout out to Aubrey. You know how I feel. You're an awesome student. Keep grinding. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And keep inspiring. With that being said, Q, let's get it popping.
All right. So let's kick things off with let's give a quick COVID update, man. So I'll give you an update what's going on in California and what's going on right now in the state of Louisiana right now as far as the COVID situation goes.
I mean, people are still wearing masks for the most part in a lot of places. In schools, I know we're still wearing our masks every day. We're still checking temperatures every single day. But there is some restaurants that's not making it mandatory. There is some grocery stores that's not making it mandatory. So it's basically, I feel like it's more so along the lines of what that particular business wants to do. If they want to go with mask mandates, then they will. And if they don't, then they won't. So it just depends on where you like to shop. I know Target, for the most part, you don't have to wear a mask. But I do believe at a store like Whole Foods, you have to wear a mask. There's a few of them. So yeah, it just depends on where you're going, if you're gonna wear a mask. And then obviously a lot of people are still wearing masks out here regardless. There's a lot of people that, regardless of what the mandate says, they're still rocking their mask. I know me and my family, we're rocking masks everywhere we go. So yeah, I think it's more like to each their own right now.
Yeah, I think things have been getting a little bit better, way better. um, I think we're seeing it as the businesses continue to open. The capacity and the percentage uh, are more people are able to get into where they want to go. Even for sporting events down here, I think the attendance in sporting events is starting to climb up. Like the Warriors last game, you had up to 4,000 people attending the game, which is huge because California, we were at the bottom of the totem pole with New York when it came to these COVID cases. Now we're doing I think we're doing a really good job at it. Um, as far as sporting events goes, from what I know so far, you do have to show your COVID results or show some type of proof that you've been vaccinated to attend any games. That's the Oakland A's game. That's the San Francisco Giants game. And I'm talking about baseball. That's the Golden State Warriors game. San Jose Sharks games. So you same protocol, same guidelines. I think the mask mandate should be uplifted around sometime around June. I think um, kids are attending school now down here. I think I can't speak for the high school, but for the elementary schools, the schools are continuing to open. Like I got niece and nephews that are attending school and they're really excited about it. So some of them they'll have 2 days. They'll have 2 days where they go to school, and then they'll have like 3 days where they do online learning. Some of them they do three, some of them do one. It's basically up to them. And as far as certain stores like Walmart's or Target, it's actually up to them to decide if they want the employees or the customers to where they should wear a mask or not. But that's just a quick update. What's going in good old California, man, and hopefully things continue to get better because I'm ready. I'm ready for this summer, man, and I think this summer will be way better than what we dealt with last year.
No doubt.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick to this COVID thing. So the mask mandate, a lot of the mask mandate has been uplifted through certain states that I know. I know Las Vegas has been uplifted by it. I know Virginia has been uplifted by it. Um, I know Virginia has been uplifted by it. Let me see. Texas has been uplifted by it. Hey, hey, what's going on, Saray?
Hey guys, hello family, hello MBS team. I'm so happy that everything is good. Hopefully, I'm gonna stay connected. I feel good about today. Sorry for joining you guys late. How are you guys doing?
We good. We good. Ready to
Good.
rock and roll.
So
Let me go ahead and get right in with you guys. Hello everybody that's watching us. Thank you for being on the live.
so I'm glad you came on the right time because we're talking about this mask mandate has been uplifted through certain states right now. So what's your reaction to that as far as certain states being uplifted for the mask mandate of no mask at all?
Um, I'm. You know what? I was waiting for it. I'm really excited for just that fear with the whole mask thing. People can take that fear off their list, to a certain degree. The pressure of just the whole situation itself, what it brought a lot of fear. You know what I mean? And I'm just really grateful that we can lighten the load a little bit by just taking some of the restriction off, so we can breathe a little better. Period. You know what I mean? I'm really excited. Um, I think that we're going in the right direction, and I just pray that the vaccine and everything is going to hold out, long term wise. You know what I mean? So, we're pretty much going to be here in LA next month. June 15th, I believe. We're completely open too, and no mask is required. So, I'm really looking forward to that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same sentiments. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to no mask.
Yeah.
Golly, I'll be honest
I don't
with
know how I know that mask is restricting you. It's like,
yeah, the mask, I mean, obviously I wore it to stay safe.
yeah, of
Taught my
course.
girls to wear theirs no matter what. And we still wear ours out at the grocery stores or if we have to go anywhere. But once they say we don't have to wear them, man, I think
Yeah.
my wife will still wear them. But me,
Yeah.
I'm taking that thing off.
I know, right? We're gonna see people still doubling it up, wearing it. You know what I mean? I see people on a run by themselves wearing a mask. You know what I mean? All I can say is like, man, that's how much fear you have when you're outside alone, out in the world,
Yep.
and you got a mask on. That's fear. You know what I mean? So for those people that are like that, I'm really happy that this is gonna lighten their load where they're like, okay, the government says we're good now. That means I'm good. For some of us, like me and you, we, as soon as we walk out the store, we're like,
Oh yeah. I'm taking that thing off, man.
For real.
And then everybody that knows me, I like to smile, and I like to say,
Yes.
I think the smile gives off energy. And when you
For
can't
real.
see somebody smiling, man, it's like, man.
100%. 100. One time I was smiling at somebody and they gave me a dirty look. I'm like, they probably thought I was staring at them, but they were so cute. And I was like, you know what I mean? I wasn't staring, but I was really smiling under the mask. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'm going to get one of those masks with a big old smile so people always know I'm cheesing under here and I'm not just staring. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, I'm with you, Xavier. You know, your smile goes a long way. That right there is like a chain reaction. You know what I mean? You do it along with your eyes. You're like, you know? Right, Kia?
As something LeBron James would say, it's about damn time. I think
we can agree.
Yeah, yeah. With this mask mandate thing, I think they should have made this announcement a long time ago because what's the point of being vaccinated for? If you're already vaccinated, right? What's the point of wearing a mask? So that's the one thing I did not understand from the beginning. I think that they should have made that announcement like a very long time ago, but I'm glad that they're starting to do that. A lot of places that has uplifted the mask mandate now. So I'm glad that the country is moving in the right direction right now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, guys. We're gonna move on over to our very next topic, and our next topic we're gonna be. I know everybody wants to talk about J.Cole and Nicki Minaj, but before we get into that, we're gonna talk about and this is related to music. Joe Budden, man, Joe Budden was in the news outside of the people's new music dropping. He fired on his podcast show both of his co-hosts, and he received a lot of backlash for it. Some people did back him up. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts about it, about Joe Budden firing both of his co-hosts, Rory and Mal.
You got it, Saray.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. I'm gonna hear what you can say first.
Okay,
yeah.
So first of all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't watch this podcast at all. I have no idea. Of course, you see it on social media. Of course, I've heard of it, but I don't tune into it. It's just not my cup of tea. Now, look, everybody has their own cup of tea that they like to listen to on a regular, but that's just not who I listen to. If it was Gillian Wallow, that would be different. I would we could talk about that. But I will say this though. We do a podcast, us three. From what I heard, now Keo, you can definitely correct me. From what I understand is Joe Budden fired them live on a show.
Yep, facts. That's true.
You don't do that.
No.
In my humble opinion, you don't do that. I shouldn't come on here and say, you know what, Saray, Keo, pack y'all bags, get off the MBS show. You don't do that. That's not professional, in my opinion.
That's not. That's not like. I mean, I wouldn't. No, I didn't hear about this, but just listening to. I mean, I'm with X. I don't follow the podcast, and you know what I mean. So I'm gonna pick up from what I'm understanding from what you guys are sharing. There's a right way of doing things, all things. You know what I mean? I don't care how bad the situation is. There's a right way, and just human courtesy. You know what I mean? To go on live, that's an ego trip. That's a power trip. You know what I mean? Like, for you to feel that empowered and that so much authority to be like, I'm firing you right now on live where everybody can see how strong and powerful I am. You're nothing without me. I'm taking this away from you. And that, karma is going to come around, and anybody like me and you is going to view at him with a bad taste in their mouth because you just don't do people like that. Just do people like that. Now you're going to lose, any kind of interest of who he is, because just by that, well, if it's in human nature, we just won't do that to one another. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more respect, right?
That's right.
So I don't like him already.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't like him. I'm gonna say I don't agree.
Well, I did.
So this is something that I can relate to, because we do a podcast show. I've been doing this quite some time already. And the finger that I'm gonna point this to, I'm gonna point it to Joe Budden, because he was supposed to be the leader. He showed no type of leadership with this one, and that's just unprofessional. What he did. No matter what the situation is, you just can't do that, man. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it was all about money that day. Once that money started coming in for the Joe Budden podcast show, they wanted to see certain things. They wanted certain people made certain claims, and Joe Budden said, "Hey, nah, man, this is not how things work." But Joe Budden, through his rant, he made it a lot of false accusations, a lot of lies. And as far as somebody that's supposed to be the leader, the guy that set the tone and set the bar, I think he was wrong, and he shouldn't have done that, man. And when it comes to this podcast show, I've been doing this with True for quite some time, and when it comes to me and X, when it comes to this podcast show, me and X, we have our disagreements. We had our fallouts, but never at this at this at this
Level.
type of level. And when I am doing something wrong, True will call me out on it. AB be like, "Hey man, hey, what's up with this?" Or you ain't doing this right, man, or you can't be doing that, man. And I'm glad that I think we're all leaders when it comes to this show at the end of the day. But as far as the MBS brand, I think when it comes down to it, man, I'm glad, I'm thankful that I got a leader like X and Jasper holding down for the MBS brand, and I just want to leave it at that.
Yeah, I think Joe Budden didn't put himself in those guys' situation or in their shoes, and that's unfortunate, because if he was on a podcast where he wasn't the leader, quote unquote, or the owner, quote unquote, he wouldn't have liked that if somebody did that to him. I don't believe.
There's really no right way in how he handled this. So I do, I'm curious of how bad was it for you to treat somebody that belittle on live TV? Like, I'm sure he has some kind of working relationship with.
That's right.
I'm sure he's known these people a lot longer than a few months. You know what I'm saying? And even if you did, don't still get the right to treat anybody that way. So, but I am curious about how bad for the situation to be, excuse me, guys, that for him to go live and do that. I'm gonna catch that.
And I believe it was premeditated. I do. I mean, at the end of the day, like, for you to do that on live, like, you knew you was about to do that. My thing is, and Kill, we can talk about this all day. There's been people that's been a part of the Nothing But Sports brand. They've come, they've gone. We understand that. But never, never will we do this live on air to anyone, regardless of our differences. I would never do that to anybody.
Yeah. Well, you're different, X. You know what I mean? And maybe this Joe guy, again, it's a power thing. I'm going to have to watch the video and see if their reaction, they were shocked, and you know what I mean? And we're able to read to see if it was premeditated or not. You know what I mean? But either or, that's a big blow to take, even if you knew it ahead of time. So, good luck to those two people.
All right, moving right along, we're gonna talk about what shook up social media this past week. A lot of people drop music, but the two main ones were Nicki Minaj and it was J. Cole. Nicki Minaj dropped her mixtape. Um, and then also, I think it was like her 10-15 year anniversary of that mixtape. And then J. Cole dropped the off season, his latest album. So, who had the who had the more impressive debut of music that came out this past week?
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I didn't really get to do much homework on the music. So I am a big fan of both of them. So I am really excited. Like we talked about J. Cole last time, he's to me, he's very poetic. And I know it's not gonna be disappointing once I do get to hear his music. And I'm also a big Nicki fan too. I followed her from the very beginning of her career, so, and where she is today. So, and she's always had bangers. I've always been Barty Gang, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited to see. And again, I'm a big fan of both of them. So I'm sure it's gonna be, I can't really pick sides because I'm even though I'm gonna say, they're both two different artists to me. J. Cole is a different style than Nicki Minaj, but I like them equally, and I do like them as an artist. So that's how I feel about both of them. So, yeah.
In the words of Nicki Minaj, pick a side, pick a side.
Right? Pick a side, pick a side.
I gotta be honest with y'all. Let me say this first.
Yeah.
Both of them out the gate are fire. The first record off of both of them, Seeing Green and 95 South, are both fire records. Seeing Green featured Lil Wayne and Drake on Nicki Minaj's new mixtape. It's a fire record. I actually really like that song. I thought all three of them had some heat on their verses, and I really enjoyed that one. Overall, though, if I have to be honest, I think J. Cole's project's a lot better, in my opinion. It's not to say Nicki's stuff is trash. I'm not here to bash or anything like that. I just said out the gate her stuff was fire. But the rest of it was kind of like, oh, okay, it's cool. Was
cool. It kind of the same? You felt like
yeah.
Kind
of just the same. Nothing that really stood out to me. But J. Cole, he never disappointed again this time around, out the gate. And what was so cool, because on 95 South, anybody that knows me knows I'm a big Dipset, Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel Santana.
Yes.
I grew up liking them.
Yes.
So he has Cameron on the first record, just talking through the throughout the record, and it was fire.
I haven't heard Cameron in a while. I've not heard Cameron in a while. That's great. That's great.
It was fire though. I'm gonna go with J. Cole, Keo. I think J. Cole had the better project. It's not no slight to Nicki though. Nicki had some good stuff on her stuff, but the Seeing Green was fire. That's a fire record on her mixtape.
I like that.
I think when it comes to Nicki, a lot of people thought she was done, and she showed you on that her current project that she ain't done, and she's still one of the tops in the game, and I like what Nicki put out, man, and especially for it to be a mixtape to hit its numbers and peak like that. I definitely like what I saw from it, and I think it was a huge, especially for her. And then we finally get a Drake, Wayne, and Nicki all on one song, and it came out the first song, so I think that was huge for her. But I'm definitely going with J. Cole, the off season, man. I think the off season it's projected to sell over 300,000 copies. It's gonna be the biggest opening week for any artist coming out with an album since Taylor Swift. And like I said, man, one of my favorites on there was one of my favorites on there was the one he had one with My Life with 21 Savage. Then obviously 95 Style. When I heard Cameron, I was like, what? Did I when I heard the beat, I was like, okay. And
Ooh, I'm
and
excited. I
and
can't
he
wait.
yeah, and he has a lot of quotables on there, man. He said, "I'll put an M on your head, you Luigi brother." Now, he's talking about and then he mentioned about how you be selling, how you can be have 30 songs in an album and only sell a couple thousand on your units. And so he took a couple shots on there, and I definitely like what I saw from J. Cole, 95 South, My Life. A lot of people said it was a 12 for 12 as far as 12 songs, like straight hits, automatic. And he's projected to debut at #1. And I like what I saw from J. Cole, and I think J. Cole had more of the impressive debut out of the two.
But to be fair, one was a mixtape and one was an album.
Yeah.
And we know, you know, when it comes to an album, I believe, you know, we did music back in the day. I know, Kill, you did music. You're gonna put more. You're gonna put more into your album than you will a mixtape. So just to be fair to Nicki on that front.
Yeah.
No. What? No, man.
You don't agree?
Well, J. Cole's last album, which was the KOD, a lot of people were questioning it as far as, you know, people were questioning the production, saying it was boring. And J. Cole actually came back and listened to the fans and said, okay, you say I'm boring. Let me bump up my production really quick. And J. Cole is known for not having no features at all. Yeah. He had more than a couple of features on there, man. So I think J. Cole made the improvements he did and corrected the minor mistakes that was on his last album. And that album is projected to topple KOD. So I just thought that was more impressive. I think when it came to Nicki, she hasn't dropped, you know, music in a while. And people were just bound to listen to it. And then when you have Drake on there, man, people's gonna go to listen to it regardless. Because who doesn't love Drake? So, but I still think that was more of the impressive one.
Okay, respect.
All right, so was this the best album that you've seen come out so far?
The best album as far as recently?
Yeah, of this past year. Out of Khaled came out with his, Pooh Shiesty came out with his. Then you got Cole. So
I'm a big fan of Khaled's.
Yeah, I like Khaled's stuff too.
Khaled's new album. Everything. Each one is a banger. It's so uplifting, inspiring. Each one. I literally, like, back in the day when you get ready to go buy a CD and you can't wait to look at the cover and you open it up, like DJ Khaled. Whole album made me feel like I wanted to do that. I wanted to go and actually own a copy of a CD and open up the book, because I felt like he put so much thought and so much great collaboration. There's so much flavor in his album. And, you know, I still got to give Nicki and J. Cole a chance, but I really like the vibe that J. Cole put out. And it's going to take a lot to top that vibe that he put out. And each lyric, each person had such a potent lyric that was placed in each song. It really spoke to me, guys. I really did love DJ Khaled album. So, but again, you know, I still got 2 albums I gotta listen to and see what I think. But it's gonna be tough, really tough to top DJ Khaled's album. And I'm so happy that he got won an award, because he definitely well deserved. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna root for right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to compare the two because when you think about DJ Khaled, he's not the rapper. He's not rapping over these things. You got Cardi B, Jay-Z, Nas, Drake, Justin Bieber. You got all these big artists on DJ Khaled stuff. So I can't say that J. Cole's album is better right now because I'm still dissecting it and I'm still taking it all in. But I will say it's up to par with the DJ Khaled album.
But like you said, X, it's really hard to, Keo, to really categorize, because each album is different. Like X said, DJ Khaled had a lot of amazing artists to complete this package of his, where J. Cole is him with a few other artists. So it's, like I said, again, I'm excited to hear J. Cole now that you put it up there like that. And, and it's different when it's just the artist instead of someone that has a mixture of other artists. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear what Keo has to say. What you got to say?
Well, you ain't gonna compare it, but I sure as hell will. J. Cole's album was definitely better than DJ Khaled. I think the number speaks for itself. Obviously, DJ Khaled, he cheated, man. He cheated on this, man. He had those big high-profile names like Jay-Z, Nas, Justin Bieber, for crying out loud, Drake.
Just like I said, you can't even compare the two.
You can't. Go is fire.
Yeah, it is. But it's definitely, you can't even compare the two, because like X said, he's not a rapper. You know what I mean? So you can't even, that's not an even blow. So you can say he cheated, but he really cheated because he's on his own lane. You can't cheat when you're on lane. So I'm gonna have to listen to an artist like J. Cole to really give you my input on whose album. So I need to compare DJ Khaled with somebody else like him, and then I can, you know what I mean? You can't compare the two. So
DJ Khaled is getting artists together. I mean, how hard is to do that with J. Cole when you're the guy in the studio putting the work in, and you're not getting these high-profile names. But hey, what, man?
You're comparing two people. It's like apples and bananas. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Your insult don't even work, because he's not a rapper. X just said that. So how can you say he don't put in the work? You can't even say that. Shoot, you can't even compare. You know what I mean? There's no cheating when you're in your own lane. So how are you going to insult me?
Hold on, man. Don't act like like J. Cole. Don't act like J. Cole's not on his own lane. J. Cole is on his own lane. He don't need all those damn features that Khaled has.
Everybody is in their own lane. So how is it cheating when they're in their own lane?
But guess what? DJ Khaled ain't gonna be number one next week on the Billboard.
Guess what? J. Cole took his fans' comments and went ahead and had a couple people on his album. I think he's listening to DJ Cole by adding other people on his album. That's what's helping his numbers. He went deep. He went big. He got Cameron. Okay, I like that. Just like DJ Khaled went back and got Nas and Jay-Z together. Okay, so learning from the big boss. I like that.
But the huge difference is
all by himself and failed, right? And then he went and looked at his comments and his fans, and they said what they said.
But at the end of the day, J. Cole's album's gonna be number one. Cole's album's gonna be number one, though. It doesn't matter. No matter how you spin it, Cole's album's gonna be number one.
What are you talking about? Come on now, get out of here.
Cole's album's gonna be number one. Cole's album's gonna be number one at the end of the day, no matter how you spin it.
Okay,
he had a bigger debut than Khaled.
He still had people on his album just like DJ Khaled. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? And guess what? Didn't his past album didn't do so well? Didn't you just say that? And wasn't he the only one on the album? So this album, you want to go ahead?
Hold on.
Okay.
Khaled teased his first single, the
You know
one
what?
with Drake,
Moving forward-
since last year. He teased that first single since last year with Drake, Popstar. That's a huge advantage. But guess what? J. Cole is outselling DJ Khaled's album by a landslide right now. That's the biggest. That's the biggest opening. That's the biggest opening album in 2021. That's the biggest opening album since 2021.
Well, you see, Keo, what did he do different from the last album to this album? He added people. Right? Thank you. DJ Khaled.
The production was completely different. Also, it's harder as an artist compared to what DJ Khaled does, making beats and bringing artists together. You got to get in the studio. You got to sit down with the engineer to go with the mastering and the full recordings, and go with the productions also. It's dude, the work is different, man, compared to an artist like J. Cole to a producer like DJ Khaled.
Time out. I will say this though. To Ray's point, just because you outsell somebody doesn't mean that
numbers don't lie though, man. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
And you know what, Keo? It's good that he took the advice from his fans, because obviously that other album that you said didn't do so well. You said it didn't do so well, and you also said it was all him on that album. So, it don't take rocket. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see the difference of last and now, what he did differently. So anyways, moving forward,
moving forward, that's the number one album next week. We'll see where DJ Khaled lands, but I know where J. Cole's landing. The number one spot on the Billboard chart.
Sometimes it's not always about the numbers.
Since you guys are co-signing DJ Khaled's album outside of Popstar, outside of Popstar, what's the best song on DJ Khaled's album? What's a banger to you?
Oh man, all of it. All of it. I love all of the songs. All of the songs. All of it. The one with Justin Timberlake. I'm gonna go ahead and the one with Justin. Go ahead.
First of all, True, don't be putting up no front. Don't be putting up no front like you hyping up DJ Khaled right now. You know you fuck with J. Cole. You know you fuck with J. Cole. So stop. Stop capping right now, man. You capping right now.
What?
Hey man, hey look.
First of all, Keo, nobody's hyping anybody up. Okay, so I'm just trying to express the difference of how I feel between the two. Okay, so when you want to throw insults on other people, right? So, but at the same time, that person is doing the same thing. So this is my point of view, how I feel about the music. And on top of it, I like music that speaks a different language to me than the music that you probably like. Okay, so when Justin Timberlake is encouraging people to be yourself and be you and love thyself, those are the things I want to hear in an album. I don't care about it. That's why it speaks to me. I hype him up because he empowers people. He said, "You are beautiful. You are great." You know what I mean? Those are music that empowers me. So I'm gonna hype him up because he hypes me up. If that music hypes you up, you go ahead and listen to J. Cole. That's what gets you going.
There's nothing that hype.
That empowers me to be a greater person and to go out there and to know that I can achieve all things. His music empowers your soul, your spirit.
Sister.
You understand?
Oh, so J. Cole doesn't empower his fans. J. Cole is not an empowering artist.
I'm not talking about his fans. I'm talking about what Khaled music does for me.
Yeah, I could say J. Cole does the same exact thing, man.
Okay, well, good.
Why
Well, I'm
can't
happy
we all
for
be
you.
friends?
You know what I
Be
mean?
the
If he
James.
speaks
Be
to you
the
that way,
J,
and
J,
let it speak.
DJ Khaled ain't the
But you
one
know
that's
what,
rapping on
You're the one.
on that
You're
album
the
right
one.
now.
But Keo,
DJ
I'm not
Khaled
the
ain't
one
rapping on that
who's
album right now. J.
Keo, I'm
Cole
not the one
rapping
who's
on
saying
the
who's
album
better
right
than
now.
the Keo, you're the one have to find leverage and try to cap on
That
someone
is
else.
leverage. I'm separating the leverage right
I'm
now.
not trying to say, hey, J. Cole is blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You over here trying to mock and down talk on someone else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going there. You know what I mean?
If you're asking me if I'm, if you're asking me if you're
I didn't say
asking,
anything about J. Cole and what or put down or what his music or you know what I mean. You over here trying to say that DJ Khaled is not great enough or fake or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that is your opinion. I'm not trying to go there and say how
that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. If I feel like if you feel mocked by the album or disrespected for the album, it is what it is. That's how I felt, and that's my opinion. J. Cole has a better album.
And that's my opinion. Yeah, I am hyping up DJ Khaled. Then that's my opinion. You know what? His music is great and above all things. Period.
Yeah. J. Cole's album is great above all things, and it's better than DJ Khaled's album.
All right.
You know what? I can't say it because I didn't listen to J. Cole. So I'm not even gonna put myself at your level trying to diss people because I didn't even listen to his music. So even if I did listen to it,
no, it's not. It's not dissing. It's just facts to me. It's straight facts to me right now.
That's facts to you.
All right. Well, we got an exciting game on right now. Warriors versus Lakers. We got the Bay Area Keo. We got Southern Cal, Saray. Who's going to win this game, Saray? The Warriors or the Lakers? The Warriors are currently 31-26.
I'm going to go with whatever we have our money on. I'm hoping the Lakers. I got to see where the number's at. So I'm going to hope the Lakers. I hope we need the Lakers to win. I hope we're not jinxing what we got going on right now, but I'm going to say Lakers. So.
Okay. Well, all of us picked the Lakers to win tonight. Right now, the Warriors are actually up 35-26 in the second quarter with a little over 7 minutes left in the second quarter. So from the looks of things, Andrew Wiggins is off to a hot start. He has 9 points, 4 of 7 from the field. He's putting in work. Steph only has 5 points right now, but yet they have a 9-point lead. So let's go to the next topic. We're talking about sports. Who is going to play for the NBA title this year? Who's going to win it, in you guys' opinion?
Go ahead, Keo.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Lakers and Brooklyn. Lakers and Brooklyn. There's no way you could go around that. Yeah.
Who wins?
Lakers. I think Lakers will sweep them.
What?
4-0.
Oh my God! Look, Saray likes that. Now you're a buddy again. She likes that.
Kind of.
She's happy.
Well, I kind of understand and I kind of don't understand. Keo knows because you guys are speaking different language, so I'm trying to catch on. But go ahead.
Okay, well, I got the same finals as Keo. I got Brooklyn versus the Lakers in the finals. I do think it goes 7 games, but I'm going Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn wins the NBA finals. I think there's too much over there. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, Blake Griffin. They just have too many weapons over there. I think Kevin Durant's going to put everybody on notice that, we have to start considering him the best player in the NBA. And this is his moment. This is his time. LeBron's had a wonderful career, but it's time for somebody else. I'm going Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant wins Finals MVP. So that's my prediction before the playoffs actually start. So, Ray, what you got? Ladies, that's all you got to say?
What do I got? Let's see. Okay. Who I want to win, right? So of course you want the Lakers to win, but I think, we always have to bet our money on the underdog. So, of course I want the Lakers to win, but I just can't predict because I don't want to jinx.
Oh, okay.
Got money involved. You know what I mean? So yeah, so maybe we could do a recap.
Got you. Okay. Kia, what's up? Let's get to this last topic.
All right, it's the last topic. Is our newest segment that we have. It's the question of the week. This week is Saray's turn, so I'm gonna let her introduce her question of the week. So let's go.
Question of the week is self-investment. What does self-investment mean to one person, like to oneself? And what is self-investment as well? So that is my topic of the week. So I'm gonna let Keo start off and what your opinion is. What is self-investment?
I think when people use the word investment, they look at like investing in the stock market or a business. But for me, I think self investment for me is putting time and energy on something that that I love to do. Like for instance, preparing for the show. I put in time and the effort on all the things that I do. Like nobody asked me to do these things. Like I do it because I I believe at this brand and the direction where we're going, as far as if it's doing editing a video or doing graphics for the show or preparing for the show. That's self investment for me, happiness for me, and I think for me that's what self investment means to me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna read this real quick to you guys. Investment, the definition, the pure definition, the action or process of investing money or for profit or material result. So that's the definition that they give on the dictionary, Oxford Languages or
Wow,
whatever.
that's crazy. That's the definition. You know that?
But I see it the same way Keo kind of sees it. You put in some work right now to hopefully garner something in the future. You're investing in yourself. So I have a thing that I always say every time I was doing Periscopes, now I'm doing Twitter. I think every human being's goal is to become the absolute best version of themselves. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like, you should become. That should be your goal, to become the absolute best version of yourself. Because if you do that, not only will you benefit from it, but the world will benefit from it. And I truly believe that. I truly believe if you can become the absolute best version of yourself, the world will benefit from it. So with some investing in yourself, of course, financially, we understand that. Spiritually, investing in yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, schooling wise. You want to graduate. Well, it's going to take for you to study late nights. It's going to take for you to, maybe partner with somebody as far as doing a project. Some of the things you may not want to do, but that's investing into your future and who you want to ultimately become. So if you want to become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is that you want to become, you have to invest time and build and become that. And it doesn't happen overnight. So it takes investing into yourself. And that's the way I think of it when I think of, investing into yourself.
Yes, I totally agree with both of you guys. Definitely feel, anything that is, just when you had asked me to join the NBS team, when you approached me with it and just the conversation we had, I can tell that, this is like your baby. You know what I mean? So that is a self-investment, especially when it's your business and it's something that nobody tells you to do it, but you do it because you love it. And that is definitely self-investment. You know, a lot of people wait for somebody to give them a direction. A lot of people wait for orders. You know what I mean? And that's not the best way of self-investment when you're looking at for elsewhere from someone else. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you apply those goals and those structures, it's up to you to show up. You know what I mean? And when you do show up, that is self-investment. And to me, is you know, do whatever it takes to make you happy and stick with it, and definitely tune out all the other noises around you. Really learn how to listen to yourself. Once you can learn to listen to yourself, I feel that you're learning what self-investment is really truly within yourself. Because like you say, X, you know, when you are working on yourself, everybody around you also benefit from it. It's an energy. You know what I mean? And self-investment also means to me is consistently looking for ways to grow, consistently looking for ways to give, consistently looking for a way to help another, because that to me is always growing and finding ways to do something better. You know what I mean? The thing that intrigued me is, you know, you read about back in, you know, Kia, like Angkor Wat, and how they built that temple way, way back then. You know what I mean? Like the Egyptians, you know, technology was way back then. You know what I mean? It's like trying to tap into that and growing from what has already existed. You know what I mean? To me, it's self-investment. It's consistently looking for ways to grow in all ways in life, and life is so fruitful. So yeah, so that's how I feel about self-investment, guys.
I like the question, though. I do like the question.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. And, I wanted to also mention to you about the you know how it says in the dictionary that it's about money. You know what I mean? If only more could be added, because it's not always about money.
That's
You know what I
correct.
mean? It's, you know, so it's like you're losing the true essence of self-investment, because it's not about what is you can touch. You know what I mean? It's not about that. So, but at the same time, learning the ways of investing in the world is also very fruitful too. Like the Bitcoin coin that we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
you got me thinking. You know what I mean? You planted the seed in me, man. I'm over here looking at stuff, and then a little $10 got me a stock. You know what I mean? So thank you, X. I really appreciate that, because you know what? You know, I'm like, you know, let me tap into this, because you're hearing about it. So when you hear about it and it's constantly coming into your space, let's go ahead and see what it's all about.
That's
I
right.
don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it, but I'm like, you know what? Solar panel, sure. Everybody's going green.
That's
We
right.
go
That's right.
$10. I made $36. I mean 36 cents this morning. I felt good. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's right.
But that's because of you, X. And again, that is self-investment. I don't know where to start, but something said just start with $10.
That's right.
And that's where you start. Just show up.
A lot of times I think that we think to ourselves, you know, how are we gonna figure this out, or how are we gonna do this, or how are we gonna do that? Just start.
Yeah.
Just start.
How to. The how to is so intimidating, X. The how to.
That's right.
How am I gonna do it? How to, you know, but thank you guys, you know, and even just being a part of the show is self-investment to me. You know, just our little me and Keo's battle. He had me heated, man. I don't know, I'm going to turn him off. But you know, but I like it. I like it. You know what I mean? The fire is good too. It doesn't always have to be bad.
That's right. That's right.
Guys, you know, I'm happy my internet stayed on.
Well, I look forward to next week's question
Yes.
on Keo next week.
Yes, I'm excited too. Excited.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Yes. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for being on our live and listening to us yap and our opinions. And I appreciate everybody that follows us and supports us individually, us together, and just NBS group. Period. I am really appreciative of the fans and my two new brothers on the show, Keo and X. Appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna let you guys wrap it up. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Keo. You go.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
don't be mad at me, Keo.
No,
Okay, don't.
I'm not mad at you. We're Cambodians. We stick together.
We're humans. We're all gonna.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
As long as you bleed red, we're sticking together.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to both of you guys, X, Saray. I know I got kind of
Delicious.
heated. Yeah, this is actually the first time me and Saray kind of got into it like that. So I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty.
Healthy.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know, and I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna be the last time me and Saray get into it.
I just gotta make sure I put extra street deodorant on next time because you have me sweating.
And obviously me and X, we've got into it plenty of times. And I'm pretty sure it won't be the last time. So shout out to both you guys. I'm glad that everybody was able to enjoy the content. I didn't expect it to go this late. I thought we would end earlier than that, but I think the J.Cole thing kind of and the Khaled thing kind of got.
That was fun, though.
No, that's life sometimes. Life is sometimes unpredictable. We might get on time, and sometimes we might be further. So it was a good session, guys. I really enjoyed it. So
that's right. Well, shout out to
shout out
to Saray.
Thank you, Rex. Shout out to you guys.
It's been an incredible show. We'll be back next week. Real quick, the score is 43-33. The Warriors are up. Well, the Lakers just actually scored, so it's 43-35 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. The Warriors came to play tonight. They came to play tonight. We're going to catch the second half. Y'all look forward to next week's Sneaker of the Week, Question of the Week, and, of course, our panel. Y'all know what time it is. This has been MBS Let's Talk About It, and we out. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Later.